This really sucks. We are 30 k's from the beaten track. It's all good until you get caught in that current and everything goes pear-shaped. Oh, everything's spinning like a mother. We are so close to camp now, but if we rush this last little bit, we're going to lose the fish. He's having a go. Whoa. Oh, he's on. Go. Oh my God. You did it! This is a very bad scenario. So I just saw one blowout 30 seconds ago, but I didn't know we lost two. I've got one spare. There's one I can probably repair, maybe. It looks a bit buckled and shitty, but I might be able to pop that one back on the bead. This rim's shot, totally shot. Fingers crossed. This really sucks. We are 30 k's from the beaten track. We got one spare. I got no tyre foam. I don't know why I don't have a can of tyre foam. I think we got enough gear to get us back in there. Alright, so I reckon I've got more weight on the centre tyre than the rear, babe. I reckon I might put the aired up one here. We'll keep that one on. Well, as much as that sucks, guys, it's our first major incident in 5, maybe 6 weeks. So we're just going to count our lucky stars. I reckon we can crawl back into camp now and still enjoy the 4 or 5 days we're going to spend out here. So yeah, hopefully that's all the bad luck gone right there. The irony about all this, guys, is we actually spoke about buying a second spare, and like, you would never think you'd blow 2 tyres out at the same time, but when it happens, it's a nightmare. So maybe there's a lesson for everyone there. If you're going to take an on-road vehicle off-road, make sure you take plenty of spare shit. Now I've got another issue, guys. This side that we didn't blow out, I've got a wheel that's red hot. It's like the brakes have jammed on in there, and I'm no wheel expert, I'm no mechanic, but it doesn't make sense. I've just disconnected the brake controller to make sure that's not permanently locking on, but it seems like the brakes inside that wheel are permanently locked. So if I lose another wheel, we're in big trouble. Fuck, that's so hot. It always hits you all at one time, guys. It's never going to spread out over the trip, but far out. We're still 3.5 k's out and we're literally at walking pace. Well, this is very similar to beach fishing, babe. We are so close to camp now, but if we rush this last little bit, we're going to lose the fish.
Or in our case, lose our house.
Don't even say it. Rocks everywhere. Oh my God, you did it! Good old Kumo. Just need to go and get a couple more now.
Ew.
Well, that was pretty eventful, guys, so we're just going to go and relax on the beach to Savo and probably pick up where we left off tomorrow. Well, babe, this is South Lefroy. What an amazing little beach, and I'm not going to say much about the wind because we're used to it by now.
It's not that bad, the wind.
Well, you know what, I reckon it's not that bad, because the difference between here and 14 Mile is we feel a little bit more protected from the land. We've got a southerly to southwesterly blowing at the moment, and it's nice, it's sheltered.
Yeah.
The water's great, there's no wind chop on the water, so I think it's time to get in the water and have a swim. What do you reckon?
Yeah, go check the reef out.
Let's do it. Rod and reel's been life for at least the last 20 years, but while we're in the crystal clear waters of the Coral Coast, there's no better time to grab the spear gun, jump back in the water and catch lunch the way it's been done for thousands of years. The unfortunate thing about the Nigaloo Marine Park is a lot of species are off limit for spearfishing. Sought after species like coral trout, bluebone, most wrasse and cod are illegal to shoot, so being selective is the biggest challenge. It took almost an hour of exploring to finally find a few fish worth chasing. They were the biggest yellow spot and blue goatfish I'd ever seen, which thankfully aren't part of the protected list. A bit rusty on the gun, I took a chasing shot in a big yellow spot, only to hit the midsection of the fish. I've always put in my best effort to chase down and finish off a wounded fish, but it wasn't long before the scent of blood was in the water and 3 sharks came in hot. The wounded fish swam out of hiding, but it wasn't long before a shark had him firmly in his sights. I couldn't even get the spear gun loaded before that fish was gobbled up. The sharks were relatively small, and even though they were fired up, they didn't bother me in the slightest, so the chase was on for the next fish. It didn't take long to drop the perfect shot on this amazing blue goatie, which are absolutely delicious. The only problem is, the job was far from done. Being 150 metres or so from shore, the only way I was getting lunch back was hiding it from sight in my weddy. So I thought anyway. Within seconds of stuffing it down my neck, a solid white tip nudged me in the ribs, knocking the GoPro and gun clean out of my hands. In all the commotion of rolling around in the strong current and trying to untangle from the gun cord, I flooded my left eardrum, which was perforated when I was a young fella diving with a fluke. I don't think I've ever had the rubbers set faster, just to make sure I didn't make the same mistake twice. From here, it was a long swim back to shore, shark in tow, head spinning, but at least we had lunch. Good until you get caught in that current and then everything goes pear-shaped. Oh, everything's spinning like a mother. That well and truly made up for yesterday's drive in, which is a little bit hectic. But hey, look, we're here now. Camp's set up. Wheels are just an issue I can deal with in the next couple of days. I'll punch back to Exmouth, I'll get the wheels sorted out. But in the meantime, this trip's going to be a lot about what we do with our catch, guys, and I think today is going to be a little bit of a special catch and cook, because we're not going to cook it. The only thing getting cooked at the moment is going to be rice. We're thinking about sushi rolls or California rolls right here on one of the most amazing beaches in the world. How come I always miss this stuff? Must have been off getting another battery. Well guys, the best thing about spearfishing is that you can be really selective. You know, there's so many species in there, there's a lot you can't touch, but we know that goaties you can. They're not part of the wrasse family and they're not part of any of the other families that we can't take. But these things taste amazing, and that's a ripper. That board there is about 350 long, so he's bigger than that board, and we're going to get plenty of meat off him to make the sushi. Jess is all over it. She's getting the sushi rice done, because that's the hardest part of this, isn't it, babe?
I mean, if I can get this lid open.
It's your container, you bought that.
I haven't opened it in a while. That's how long we've had it since we had sushi.
It's been a while, hasn't it? And here's the pantry, which is really not organised, guys, and I know exactly where everything is. So it's organised chaos. That's our sushi sheets, or our seaweed sheets, I should say.
You might need your mussels.
Mussels? Here, hold this. If I get this first go, mate, you need some serious PTing. Hey, what's wrong with this?
I think you need some serious PTing.
Why is there rice in the fridge?
Nope, it's broken.
like your faith in me.
Cut. Some avo, we've got some cucumber, we've got some carrot. I think that'll be enough with the rice. And then we've got wasabi and ginger, pickled ginger. Guys, that is a must.
Pour it in there.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to drop the bowl, right?
Pour it in. Job. We have got a feast here. We've got goat fish, we've got emperor, we've got a bit of finger mark bream from last night that Jess caught off the beach, which was pretty special. That was a nice little fish, babe. Always while the camera's not rolling, of course, but we've worked it out, guys. Night filming just doesn't work. It looks horrible. The footage is bad. But look, we've also got some Thai green fish curry from last night, so it's going to be more like a degustation. I just think 3 little feeds of barbecue fish, sushi, and curry is going to be spot on. So the next review on the list is my side out barbecue. We did talk about this in the first episode, but we haven't really reviewed it yet. All I've done is put a couple of metre long 4-wheel-drive runners in there on a really heavy duty tray, and that comes out, and that's got my Gasmate barbecue in there. This is an absolute cracker, guys. It's got a top on there that I can't obviously put in there to slide in and out. I've got a couple of little pins that holds it in place. But once I put that on there, you can do roasts, you can bake things. I can do breakfast, lunches, and dinners on this thing. And you saw how easy that was. It was just slide out, I plug it into a gas bottle, and away we go. Little wire scrubbing brush, guys. This will be the best thing that you ever take anywhere with you, because you can just give that a quick brush off, and you've still got a flavour of 1,000 barbecue right there. Alright guys, now here's the fun bit. We've got all the ingredients on the table. The ladies don't like raw fish, so I've done some barbecued, that's emperor and finger mark bream. So that is absolutely amazing. I just tried some off the barbecue. All we're going to do, guys, is roll this up with the rice. There is absolutely nothing to it. The kids love doing it, so I do recommend bringing the little ones in for this one. Are you ready to do it, little monkey?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll put the egg on. You do the fish.
But remember, we go next to
baby.
it. That's right, so we all go nice and neat on top.
More fish, baby.
Another piece of fish. Nice long one.
Move out of the way, Chris. That's it. Right,
That's it. Avocado.
On the side.
First of all, we lift up the seaweed, and these are good wraps actually because they're really nice and firm. And that's it. We just want to roll really slow. Okay, we'll get a little bit of water.
Can I do some water?
Yeah, go on.
Water's my favourite bit.
That's it. Water all down there. That's it, Emmy. All done, bub.
Well, I am the only one that puts sunscreen on, so that's it.
And there it is, guys. How good is that? Fresh from the sea. That fish is still twitching. The raw stuff anyway. The cooked stuff's not so much twitching. But that is going to be dinner. High five. My little one Izzy doesn't like raw fish and doesn't like sushi, so we are barbecuing some of the best fish in the country right there, guys.
You did it to your food.
This is what we've put up with the whole trip. It's not all smiles behind camera. Oh my god.
Where you reckon? South Lefroy or 14 miles?
South Lefroy.
Mummy.
South Lefroy all the way. I love 14 Mile, but this place is very special.
Mum, watch me.
Oh, look at this, we've made the rope the perfect length where you can't annoy me for a change. Love you, buddy. So just for shits and giggles, guys, we're going to get a shark. We've lost so much gear to them over the last couple of days.
Hey, you're on already.
Nah, it's all warm out there. This won't take long. Hey, wrong way around, mate. On, circle hook. Are you ready? Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it eat it. Let's pick it up. Let it eat it first. He's gonna mess with it for a bit. Just reel the line a little bit. That's it, let it go, let it go. Not yet, not yet. He's having a go. Oh. All right, he's on. Go. Start reeling.
I don't think he's off.
Let it go. Whip back, whip back. He's on. He's on. That's a good one, babe. All right, I'm gonna set that drag for you. Hold on, hold on. That's it. All right, now just go for the fight. Long drawn out fight. It's a nice little fish. That's it. Up, pump up. Let him run. Let him run. What was that? Like 1 minute after setting the bait.
Do you reckon it's a shark?
Yeah, it's a shark, there's no doubt. Oh, I love this. I don't care what it is. I just love this when a rod's buckled. I'll tighten that drag a bit just so that you can give him a bit more. Okay, reel back. If he goes to run, let him pull line. So just let him, yeah, let him run, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! He must have got you on the reef. Oh. Well, that's about the last bit of light we're going to have for this, guys. That was so sick. That braid would have just touched that reef and it's all over. I wander another one. And if I can turn him before he hits, this is actually a bigger one. He's going straight for that reef. We're just going to turn him. All right, guys, this is what we just battled with. Great little reefy, but he's going straight back. I just got to chill him out. We'll get that hook out.
Daddy, can you catch another shark after? Because I saw a little black fish that came off its tummy.
Oh, remora?
Yes.
Yep.
I want to catch one. They're pretty slow actually. I want to catch one.
Straight out. There we go. All right, guys, so like I said, we don't want to grab him by the tail. Just pick him up by the belly. Super safe, and we'll get him in there and away he goes strong. See you, little buddy.